I was convicted by the Holy Spirit this year. I had seen the reports of the brutal persecution of our Christian brothers and sisters all around the world. And sadly to say, a lot of this persecution meant beheading and murder and torture by militant Islamic groups all around the world. And the media doesn't cover it that well. It's on the back page. Let's say it was gay people that were experiencing this kind of violence. The media would be going berserk protesting it.
Yes, they would.
But
well, even if they're slighted verbally, they go berserk.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's not even a level playing field, to your point.
Well, very good point. It's not a level playing field. So Christians are being brutally beheaded, raped, slaughtered, killed, villages burned down, they're being burned alive. It's just
Bodies
endless.
Scattered around the roads in Nigeria.
Right.
By the thousands.
By the thousands. So this is a horrible persecution, and I know you know this, against our brothers and sisters in Jesus.
Yeah, our family.
Our family. And for you, the viewer, Jesus said, you know, what happens to any one of us as believers happens to all of us. Right. And they're our brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ. As you said, Dr. Clarkson, they're our family. And they're being killed and murdered. And I was kind of aware of this, but I'll be honest with you, I got a little bit seduced by the media, which I don't normally do, because they were downplaying it, and I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, sir.
Which I believe, when a Christian doesn't pay attention, I believe that's a sin. I should have known that the numbers of persecution was higher. So I was convicted by the Holy Spirit, and I said, Lord, forgive me. I have not spoken out on this issue, and I have sinned by not speaking out and crying out and using my voice on behalf of my brothers and sisters in Jesus all across the world who are being horribly persecuted. I sinned. So I repented to the Lord and said, I will now prioritize that. If we don't speak out for our brothers and sisters, nobody else will.
That's right.
Speak on that, because I know this is a burden of yours.
Well, Hebrews 13, verse 1 or 2 says to remember those who are in prison, as if you were there yourself.
Right.
And it doesn't just mean the inmates that were caught robbing convenience stores. It's really talking about Christian brothers and sisters. And he had said earlier in Hebrews, I believe chapter 10, many of you have suffered the seizure of your goods. You've experienced the loss of all things earthly, but you know that you have a better reward in heaven. So hang on.
Right.
But then he says, the rest of you, remember those who are in prison. Pray for them. Do what you can for them. Mm-hmm. And Paul was in prison, and the Philippians sent him aid and relief, and they sent people to minister to him. And we do have a responsibility. As you said, we are one body. We are family. And, to think that we live in America in such freedom and isolation, we just need to get better aware of what's going on.